Welcome, you guys. You know what? I am so excited. 437 people so far have signed up for Skyrocket. What? We just announced it last week. In 1 week, 437 tutors have decided this is something that I need to be a part of. And today, you're going to get to meet some other tutors in the industry. You're going to get to hear about some of the speakers and why other people are excited about joining in as well, because there's so much excitement and things that happen when we get together and we network, and you guys are not gonna wanna miss out. So stay tuned. And I want to say a special thank you to TutorBird, because without TutorBird, we wouldn't be able to make uh, a conference like this for free for everyone that signs up. Yes, there's a VIP offer for people to be able to get replays and those kinds of things, but really the amount of time that goes into creating an event like this, it wouldn't be possible to do without TutorBird. So let me share a little bit about TutorBird.
TutorBird lets you schedule lessons, take attendance, collect payments, and much more, all in one place.
And you guys, with TutorBird, you can get 90 days. Did you see that? That's awesome. So definitely sign on up to get 90 days free. Really, it comes down to being able to use that tool so that you can be able to work less on the back end of your business and more on working with your students, which is what we love to do. So I'm going to introduce everyone who's here today. I've got Michael Given with me. Welcome, Michael. Also a
Well, thanks.
co-creator of the conference. I love it.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me here again today, Joanne, and great to see Beth and Brenda is here as well.
Yeah. Now you're a co-creator of the event, Michael, but you are also a speaker at the event as well. Tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what you'll be talking about at the conference.
Well, sure thing. As Joanne was saying, I'm one of the co-founders of this event. And what I'll be speaking about is the top tips to help you become a networking superstar. I know for myself, I'm a tutor, I'm a business coach, and I found for tutoring a game-changing strategy that I used with my own tutoring business to double my income was learning how to network. Learning how to be really solid with different business circles, finding that just right group for you, and also how to collaborate with other businesses to enhance your connections and your income and your connections with the community. So
Yeah.
that's what I'll be just those top tips of how to find that and also refine how to speak in those groups too, because there's a certain you have to give those special presentations or elevator pitches. You want to be ready and you want to be confident and you want to feel good about what you're sharing.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, Michael, I I just adore you, and I respect your guru-ness in this area. Like, you are such a go-getter. You go out there, and it's not just about networking with, like, other tutors and those kinds of things. You're networking with other business coaches, and you're networking with anybody that you can add value to. You're networking with those people, and your networking skills are just so above and beyond what other people do out there. You guys, it is a must listen to presentation. You are not going to want to miss out. And Beth, if you could share the link with people inside of the description, if you haven't already done that, please share that link out to people so that they can sign up to join this event for free. We're going to be live Friday, Saturday. Here's what you're going to want to do, you guys. Block out time on your calendar, okay? You got students. If you have a way to move those students and just block out your calendar from 9 to 3 a.m. Central Time on Friday and Saturday, you are going to be so grateful you did this, because you're going to get to network with other tutors. You're going to get to learn from other people, and it's going to be an incredible event. We also have Brenda Brooks, who's going to be speaking. Brenda and I share the same last name in a way. So Brooks is actually my maiden name, and Brooks is her. Is that your married name, Brooks?
I'm married. I kept my maiden name.
You're married and you kept your maiden name. We're like Brooks people by birth.
Yeah, I'm by
What?
birth. It's the second time around. I wasn't going through changing back to dad's name. I was like, I'm keeping it. And my husband's in full agreement. And I was like,
Oh,
thank you.
I love that. I love that. I love that. That's amazing. And Brenda, you have been able to really be huge. Tell everybody about what it is that you do with your tutoring business, and then what you plan on speaking about, and what kinds of ways you make some additional income.
Well, I have been teaching for about 25 years. I'm very digital. I love to create. I've started two different curriculums, one really interactive story, one Mike's seen it firsthand. And I do monetize my products. I have been monetizing them to places like Etsy, like Teachers Pay Teachers. I have products that have been built over 2 years ago that still sell to this day. And
Mm.
you do pay out a very big commission, but the fact that you're making money on something you built 2 years ago is unbelievable. And now I'm moving into the market where I'm not only selling it to teachers, I'm opening up the products to schools as well as to parents, because parents can use the same products as well, but they're always going to need the teacher. But now that my products have changed, they actually have audio with my voice. So it's not a robotic voice. The parents can use it as well to teach. It's like the teachers.
Oh
So
my
this
gosh,
is
I love
about
that.
that's what I'm talking about, how to monetize our products that we create for class, because a lot of us as teachers do a lot of creations and we just let it sit there in the drive, and other
Hmm.
teachers and parents, and there's just so many other places that can use it. And can you
Yeah.
imagine 2017, 18, and I'm still making money off of it every month? And I'm just like, one product that they really love was my spinners. And to this day, it still makes me passive income.
That's amazing. How much would you say when it comes to these other income streams of tools and resources that you've created, how much revenue does that bring in each month for you?
It's not a lot because I stopped creating, but it can bring in some months it brings in about 100, 150. Other months it brings in more. It just depends on um, basically what the teachers need. And that was my own. I should have kept building into that, but then I discovered I went from Google to Genially, and then I started doing subscriptions, which are monthly, which is also another income. But that is involving me working a lot more because I have it growing constantly. And my husband keeps saying, "When will the library end? You've been doing the library now for 4 years. When is it going to end?" And I'm like, I don't think it ever will end. As
Yeah.
long as I'm a teacher and creating, it just doesn't see there's an end in sight.
So really you're monetizing off the resources that you're already creating for your own students, and then you're selling those resources and tools for others to be able to purchase. And I think that's really brilliant, because if you're using these resources and tools and you're finding them valuable and you're like, I need this tool, it doesn't exist, I need to create it, and then you're offering that to other people, that's perfect. And
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is going to like snuff off the fact that you're making an extra $1,000 a year from doing that.
Yeah, you have to. And you got to look at it this way, especially like the latest products and the stories. I'm testing them before they're even reaching the market. I'm getting firsthand view from the students. I've adjusted. Mike remembers when it had just started with the little sticky notes on it. Now we've gone so much further where we have the sticky notes, the flashcards, the books, the guided questions, anything that the teachers were asking, anything that the parents were loving. They love homework. Kids don't love it, but they love it. So we have like PDFs, videos, anything that you could imagine as a teacher that you would need in a one presentation, you find it all in one place.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
have to say as well, like I filmed with Brenda this upcoming presentation, and Brenda goes so far above and beyond saying you can monetize by, creating books or you creating presentations. Brenda gives a full thorough how to reach the correct your ideal clients, how to reach them, what to do, how to promote it, like just all the details that some people, when you're starting to build passive income, you might not be sure how. Brenda gives you the thorough and full and amazing walkthrough for that. So I was bowled over.
Mm.
And also, Brenda shares some of her resources at the end, and you can again see the transformation and growth that Brenda's had. You can do it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And you guys, I'm going to be sharing about YouTube. So my YouTube is kind of like it's two things for me because my YouTube channel actually allows me. So those of you that know me, I'm Joanne Kaminsky, and I have been helping teachers for the last oh gosh, already 11 years. I've been helping teachers grow their online tutoring business. And one of the things that has helped me right from the get-go has been my YouTube channel, and I still have parents who find me for my tutoring services because of my YouTube channel, and I, like, cringe at the quality of them because I haven't you guys know I create all of my content now for you guys, for tutors and teachers and educators, and, I haven't created content for parents in a long time, and they're still finding it. So that content that I created way long time ago they are finding, and that's incredible. But I've now monetized my YouTube channel. So I've grown it to the point where I can now make additional income from YouTube for producing the videos that I produce and help. And through people watching ads, the commercials that come through. Thank you for those of you that are watching the commercials that come on through, by the way. That helps me because that is how I make money. So when you skip that, watching the commercial, I get it. Sometimes we're super, super busy and we can't do it. But if you're in the car and you're just listening to me anyways on like drive time and you're like, just kind of, yeah, just leave the commercials on, guys. Don't skip through it. That helps me. Brenda loves that.
She's like, she's going to be, I'll be totally honest with you. Please watch the commercials.
Right, right. It's the only way I make money on YouTube if I don't. Although now I've also monetized with some sponsoring. Yeah, Beth.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say sometimes I'll get a super long ad on YouTube, and sometimes it's like one of those 7 minutes, the 7 minute ones or something like that. I've even gotten a 45-minute one.
A 45-minute ad?
Yeah.
But after it tells you after like 1 minute or you can skip.
Yeah, but it wasn't for you, but it was for another creator that I really care about and support. And so I was like, okay, I'll go do something else. I have plenty of work I can do. I'll just put this on mute. And I went and, let it play out.
Aw,
And then I set a timer for 45 minutes and I came back and then I
that's
watched
so
the video.
interesting. I thought that they had like some kind of like a thing on there when it came to some of those ads. Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you only want to watch the short one, guys, you can. But wow, Beth, I
Right.
mean, you've gone above and beyond for helping me out. So thank you. I appreciate that. And my
I
kids
mean,
and their college tuitions, they thank you for that as well. Because that's where all my YouTube money goes, although way more money goes to the college tuitions because we all know how
oh,
expensive college
yes.
can be. But yeah, so but again, like that brings in even just that piece of it. So I between all of the different resources, okay, so I probably make an additional $2,000 to $3,000 a year because of my YouTube channel. And it's not something huge, it's already something that I do so that I can help tutors, right? So but it's building that confidence and that trust. You guys get to know me a little bit better and you get to sign up, go onto my list or sign up and be part of these free events and free resources or tools. But then maybe later on down the road you decide, you know what, I want to purchase something. So it's also there are monetary things that are involved in that don't get accounted for when I come up with that number. That's strictly from the sponsorship and the ads. So that's not bad when you think about it, right? And it's not necessarily just pass-through income because obviously put a lot of time into every single YouTube that we create here and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't consider that as pass-through income, but there are certain resources and tools I have created certainly that are completely pass-through income. And for those of you that don't know, pass-through income is where each month you just keep receiving money from it, even though you are not necessarily needing to put too much time into it. So you could be sleeping and making money and you're getting Stripe payments and all that kind of stuff that's passed through income. If I still have to do like a lot of marketing for it and I can't sell it unless I market it, I don't really count that as pass through income because I'm still putting a lot of effort into it. Um, So it depends. I know lots of people have different opinions on that. But Beth, you're here as well. And Beth, you are going to be helping us with the obviously the backside of it as my virtual assistant, along with being a participant at Skyrocket. What are you excited about for this conference?
Yeah, I'm super excited to get to hear from all the speakers. I just seeing the speaker list. I mean, so many incredible. All of the speakers are going to be incredible, but I know some of them, and they're just all amazing. So
Hmm.
super pumped to hear from everybody. I always love it's gonna be on Zoom, so I love being able to interact with everybody in the chat and keep the conversation going. The conversation just goes all day long, and it's just super fun to be able to chat with everyone in
Hmm.
the chat. And yeah, just the networking, like you were talking about with Michael earlier earlier, it's a great networking opportunity in itself, going to these
Yeah.
conferences. So
Yeah.
those are the three main highlights for me. So yeah, I love these events. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I say, like, I absolutely love the last time we had a happy accident happen during the last event. I was going to use this one tool, this one resource, and last minute it didn't work. I was having issues. People weren't able to log in. Oh my gosh, it was a nightmare. And finally, I was like, let me upgrade my Zoom license. I'll upgrade my Zoom license so more people can come onto a call. It'll be a quick fix for it. And I've kept that Zoom license at the higher level because what ended up happening is we had more people engaging, connecting, and really getting involved with learning from each other. And I really love that. I love that live interaction piece. Like while a lot of this has already been pre-taped so that you have the opportunity to have a great event back to back to back, we have speakers from all over the world. Some of these speakers wouldn't be able to speak to you if we didn't do it this way because the time zones don't work. And so you get to learn from people from all over the world. Yeah, Brenda being one of those.
Bulgaria.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brenda, where are you from? Tell everybody where
We're
you're
in
from.
Bulgaria and we're way, way, way big difference in time zones. So
Yeah.
just from the States, it's anywhere from 6 hours and up. So
Yeah.
you're like 2 hours over, so you're about 8 hours different than me.
Yep. Yeah. It's a
Seven,
big
seven
difference.
and a
That makes a
half.
big difference. Yeah.
It does because we're usually like when I do business with California, I teach a student in Texas. His 11 a.m. is like my nighttime.
Yeah.
And they wanted to make it later. And I'm like, please, no, that's going to be midnight my time.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
and
that
I was going to ask you about your YouTube. You said that you do yours as to help teachers. Actually, now that I'm getting older, I'm doing mine as it's so sad. I'm hitting over 50. So I was just like, I want something my grandkids can look back on. And I wanted to become the storyteller of the stories. So I want something that one day when I'm gone, my son can go, hey, that was my mom. She's a cartoon, of course, because I use the avatars for Zoom. The kids, like, they saw me for the first time, like, introduce a story. Like, that's you. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't use an avatar. But so I'm using it as something to remember us by as well. Something to
yeah.
to bring to carry our knowledge on when we're not here.
Yeah, I love that. We all have like our passion and who is it that we want to serve and who is it that we want to be able to help and that does make that makes a big difference. And when it comes to YouTube, it's really good to have like a focus. Like in the beginning, YouTube was different. It was like a place to kind of store all of your videos and then people could watch them. And now it's very channel based, right? Like when you go to that channel, this is what you can expect. And people that just use it as a video storage place, they don't get found, they don't get seen. So there's strategy that is involved with creating a YouTube channel that is important for people to understand so that you can increase your following and get that direct people finding you who are meant to find you. So Michael, I think it would be cool for us to kind of share a little bit of the back scenes for people when it comes to, creating an event like this. What is it like being part of creating an event like this? What are the pieces that need to happen in order to make something like this happen?
To make something like this happen, I think I mean, communication, connectivity, really taking the time to get to know people so that you can build those relationships, to put things together, and really listening to what our community is looking for. And one of the big questions that always comes through, I know for both of our Facebook groups, and Brenda, I'm sure potentially with yours as well, how do I make more money in my tutoring business? Or what can I do to get more clients? Help me out. What happens next? And we've been there where we're like, okay, how do we get more clients and make more income for our tutoring businesses? And that's where this event came about. It was like, well, we could make an event where people come together and learn some of those strategies, and they can go attend throughout the weekend, like we're saying, because you can take those different tidbits from different presentations and put together your elixir, what's going to work for you to make the most income for your business. So a lot of that back end is really just connecting with and just making sure everything's set up and being proactive to make sure we can provide the best possible 2-day experience for you.
Yeah, I mean, we had to go and find a sponsor, and Tutorbird's always
Yeah,
very
Tutor
open
was
and
amazing. Yeah.
quick to respond and be like, "Yeah, we'll sponsor you." All right, cool. And then it's really brainstorming. Okay, what are the 50 ways? Right? We had to actually like brainstorm. What are the 50 ways, and what are ways that really work? We didn't want to share with you guys ways that were like, "Oh, this is a way that you could do it, or this is something that you could do to make some additional income." We're like, "Okay, what are the 50 ways, and who do we know that's doing it and is doing it well?"
Yeah.
Because we wanted you guys to learn from the gurus, and those of you guys who saw my email today, it was all about gurus because in India they actually have a holiday for gurus. It's called I'm not going to be able to pronounce it correctly, but it's a day for gurus where they actually honor the teachers in their life that have enlightened them. They really honor their teachers, and every year when this holiday comes up, I have a lot of people from India like sending me these thank yous and everything for all the help that I have offered them over the years. And even people that I haven't even been in touch with for 4 years will reach out to me on this special holiday and say thank you. And I think that's so cool. We don't do that enough. But you guys, you are going to get gurus at your fingertips at this conference. The kind of guru that you're going to want to say thank you to years later. That's what you're going to get because we've tapped into who are the gurus in this specific area. And if we don't have a guru, we're not mentioning it. Like that was like the whole entire process that we went through. Who do we know? Who's doing it? Is there anyone we know that's doing it? And then the ways that we could get an actual speaker to talk about that, we brought them on in. So you're not going to hear 50 talks. Okay. So if you're like, oh my God, am I going to listen to 50 speaks? No, we have chopped it down in half. We said, okay, half of these need a little bit more explanation and need somebody to share with us what they're talking about. The other half, you'll probably be able to figure out on your own or can do research on Google. And we have a booklet that we've created as well. We're still creating it. It will be ready to go Monday for you guys. But tell us about the booklet, Michael.
So the booklet it's amazing. It goes through all 50 of the proven ways that you can build income for your tutoring business. And it goes through just some of the steps you can follow, ways to do it. It has links to resources that can further help you to reach that, where if you're wondering about a certain way to do something, you can go for it and learn how to do it. There's resources. I know Brenda has a resource in there. I have some resources in there. I know Joanne's got one going in there, and other speakers have resources there, as well as how to do these different things. So you will have that booklet ready to go on Monday. And it's been really exciting creating it and just being like, oh, we could add this. Let's try to add more and more so that we can really provide the best possible experience for you. So it drops on Monday. So stay tuned to your email for that. And there's almost over 400 right now, almost 500 people and counting that are coming to this amazing event. So
Yeah,
it's going to be
we were looking at this booklet and we're like, oh my gosh, this is gold in and of itself. And this
yes.
is free for everybody that signs up. Like, what? Like, we care about adding value to you guys because here's the thing. We know that we can help you make more money. That's our goal. We know we can, and so we will. And we also know that everybody is at a different place in their business. Different, some of you guys are struggling in the beginning. So we have free resources that are going to help you spur ideas, get going. We know some of you guys want to take things a little bit further and possibly you might want to work with Michael, myself, or Brenda, or somebody else who's speaking a little bit further so that you can really get good at what it is that we're talking about, right? And skip that line. I think I've talked about this before, how I love, I just went on my last vacation and my husband made me get what do we call it? Um, it's the
Nexus
TSA.
card.
Yeah, the
Yes, yeah.
TSA approved card so that I don't have to stand in the line when it comes to coming on in. I actually go right on into a line, walk on up, put my bags through, don't even have to take my shoes off, and they didn't even have me walk through a scanner. I just, like, walk through, a a, it's just a quick little walkthrough of a metal detector, and then I'm on my way. I'm like, "Oh, this was during spring break." I'm like, "That was a game changer," and that's exactly what it's like to be at an event like this. It is a game changer because you get to skip the line. It can take so many years to learn just one of these strategies, and you're gonna get access to that immediately, and I think that's really, really cool. What else do you guys think is, exciting about this conference that you think everybody needs to know about this and they need to show on up?
I think the opportunity to, I mean, first of all, network with, speakers from all over the world, tutors from all over the world, and you're going to get the opportunity to get so many wonderful perspectives and be able to share your own and have your own voice. Because if you have questions about how to navigate your tutoring business, or it's your first event and you're not sure what to do or what to bring your notebook, bring yourself, and just enjoy the experience, embrace it, reflect afterwards. And this is going to be an opportunity for you to grow. And it doesn't cost you anything. Just come on
Mm-mm.
down and be there
No.
and be present and enjoy it. And then afterwards, you're going to just continue to grow, and you're going to have a network of tutors that you're going to meet, so that you're going to, you can potentially make some absolutely invaluable connections afterwards. That's going to make a
Yeah.
difference in your business and how it continues to grow.
Let's talk about that networking piece. What can they do during the conference so that when they are participating, they can network and continue to connect with people after the conference? What are some things that they can do?
Well, I mean, what they can do, I mean, attending the presentations, of course, that's a great chance to connect and get to know people, because we always have those, meet and greets right at the start. You can, as part of our VIP, you can be, there's going to be more networking opportunities and meet the speakers and some really exciting pieces there, which is a golden opportunity to connect and ask the questions you might have and really connect with those people that you are just really wanting to connect with. And also, don't be afraid to go into in Zoom chat and just connect with people that you think might be a really good fit to connect with, and be like, "Hey, I'd love to connect with you. Here's my email address.
Yep.
Let's talk." Takes 2 seconds, and you're building a connection, and then let it grow outside the event.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And so, like, I always tell people, like, keep an Excel spreadsheet, right? Like, of a name of a person and what are their contact details so that you can continue connecting with them after the conference. And why do you want to connect with them afterwards, right? Like, I think that's really important for you to remember, because you might forget. You're going to meet so many different people. So, we really want you guys to be an active participant in this event. We know that when you're a passive learner, you don't get as much out of the experience. But when you are getting out there and you're turning on your camera and you're showing up and you're, having conversations with people, it's really going to make it's really going to take it to the next level for you, of people that you are going to want to continue to connect with. How about you, Brenda? I know you've attended lots of different events. You've been a speaker at other events. What are some things that you do to network with people when you do this kind of thing?
I really like to get to know people, and I like to see what else they bring to the table. I was not one of those teachers that just wanted to do one thing by myself. I loved working in teams because everybody offers something a little bit special, a little bit different. We can all look at the view like one lesson and see it 100 ways. And to have the views of other people and to know, hey, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one out there doing it. And just come to think about it, there's like, let's say you have like 20, 25 speakers, you're getting like 250 years worth of stuff
Right.
in a 2 day session. Because if we each bring in our skills, I have over 25 years in the industry alone.
Hmm.
So if everybody has, let's say, minimum 10 and there's 20, 25 speakers, you're looking at 250 years worth of teaching that an AI can't give you, because we actually have the experience. I do like the AI though. I can't say it's becoming quite useful assistant.
Yes, it
But
is.
and I love to network with people and continue the conversations. Michael and I have we met in a group a while ago. Then we started networking and we did a virtual book tour together. It was so cute
Ah. Oh, I
Yeah.
because
want to be on.
I
If you
was
guys ever do that
writing, he
again,
was
I want to be
writing.
part of it. If you ever do a virtual
Yeah.
book tour, I want to be part of that.
Yeah, because
That would be
he likes to
fun.
write. I like to write too. And it was a lot of fun.
I
Except
love
we did it
that.
at Christmas. I think it was the worst month to do it.
We all live and learn, I guess. Yeah, but we'll set it up for not at Christmas time or holiday
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's never, you never know when is going to be the good time for things sometimes. Like you just got to try it out and learn, right? And that's a beautiful thing. Like you can go that process, right? Again, or you can skip the line and you can learn from other people who've made the same mistakes. I find we all make the same
Yes,
mistakes. We all make
we
the
all
same
do.
mistakes. I mean, even in our tutoring
Mhm.
business, we make the same mistakes. We think, oh, the very first thing I need to do is I need to get a logo and I need to get my business cards up and going. It's like, those are not the two things that you need to be prioritizing. You need to get a student. That's what you,
Exactly.
that's what you need to be prioritizing in. Get a student. Because when you get a student, now you're going to figure out all the other things, like how am I going to take payment, right? And you may change that over time, but that's the beauty of all of this is when you get together with people like this, you really can take your business to the next level. So super excited. Any last minute words that you guys would like to share with
Yeah.
people?
I just wanted to say thank you very much because we also, if you're a creator, you learn to create by what people want, not just because you think they need it. Some of
Hmm.
my best books and my best lessons and inspirations have come out from what people are asking and what they need. Like the book that we just created for this, it's wonderful because it actually made me actually sit down and clarify my steps once Mike approached me and I'm like, wow, I've got to come together with this. And so I was amazed. He's like, you have like 49 slides. I'm like, yeah, I'll get through it. Don't worry. Quickly.
I mean, we were just talking about that this morning, creating things based on what people are asking for, not
Yes.
what you think they'll need, right? We were just talking about that
It is the
and how
biggest
important
mistake
that
that
is.
people make, isn't it? It's the biggest mistake is like, oh, here's what they need. You know what they
Mhm.
need? They need this. And then you create that. And then guess what happens next? You can't
Sits there.
sell that. You can't
exactly.
sell
Mhm.
that because people don't even know that they need that. So if they don't know that they need that and it's what you think they need, you're on the wrong track, right? And I think this is
Going to
this
super.
is absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, you do it all the time now too. We're throwing polls inside of our groups, and those polls are saying, "Oh, which stories do they want to see? What's the next product they want? What's the next question?" Those polls are so vital because it's like you're just think of yourself as Coca-Cola. You need a testing. You need them to test it, and you want them to have a product they like, not a product that we think they like.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, asking
Mhm.
questions helps.
Absolutely. And I think part of that is just, you have to put, I mean, because a part of yourself, you're like, as a creator, you're like, oh, you're creative and you become singularly focused on it. And it's like letting that piece go and being like, okay, let's see what people want. Because if we can get into their minds, then we can produce something that's going to be a viable product that they want. And in turn, it's going to be better service for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just want to assume we just go out there and make something that's going to work and you also can't please everybody, but just go with what the majority wants and do what you can with other people as well. See what you can do to help, but with majority, go for it. If it's a strong follow, trust your gut, trust what people are saying, and go all in.
Yeah, I think that it is so true. I do that even inside of my Insider Secrets Club before when I come up for the entire year of content that I'm going to be teaching, because every month I have a new course that comes on out, and I find out from them what is it that you guys are interested in. Am I on the right pace with this? Like, here are the courses I'm thinking about. Which ones excite you? And then those are the ones that I create and move forward with. And that's how I even come up with my entire year. It's like, okay, well, if my insiders want this, guess what? There have to be other people out there who are going to want this as well. So
Yeah,
that
for sure.
definitely helps. You have to be able to sell it. You need to have an audience if you're going to be selling. Like, it's not just like, I'm going to create a product and I am going to then put it on out there into the universe. You know this phrase, build it and they will come? It does not work for when it comes to building additional streams of income.
No.
Build it and they will come does not work. I have to know how to make them come.
Yeah, don't build a baseball diamond on a lark. You know,
Yeah.
if you build it,
Yeah. No.
Especially like courses, because courses, they take so long and there's so many
yeah,
videos and extras that you add to those courses. It would be almost insane just to just build it because I think they need that. You know, they need this, they need that. But if you have a group that are paying monthly, they want what they want, not what you
you
think
think,
they want.
Mhm.
well, I know even for ebooks or for my podcasts, like I always put a poll in my group. You know, what would you like to see for season 3 of the Coach for Tutors podcast? Gave a few topics. Let's discuss. What do you want to see? What topics, you know, are of interest to you? And you know, and that helps to steer your year, like you said, Joanne, with planning a year ahead. Just, you know, projections ahead versus, okay, I'm going to teach them this and this because this is what they want.
Yeah.
It's not.
Let's dive into this just real quick before we head on out, you guys. But so you guys are getting some secret nuggets here. We're able to do that because we have an audience. What about the person who's like, but I don't have an audience? What can they do?
Network.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Become
Right?
friends with people that have audiences.
And
Yes.
yeah, exactly. Become friends with those. That's perfect, Brenda. And also, you know, if you're a tutor, you're starting out, that is great. And also, if you're a new tutor starting out and you've just launched and you want to get that first client, joining some of those parent groups and guardian groups can be invaluable. But do not spam them with your ads. Do not harass them with all your brilliance and wonderful. No, take your time, network, like Brenda says, connect, get to know the groups, see what their needs are, provide some, maybe a freebie or something you can give back to the community, and then they'll be ready to open their hearts if you're giving from yours first, and then
Yeah.
build that connect.
Yeah. And I know tutors who have done that. And then because of that, other parents are referring them because they're like, oh, you got to reach out to this person because they're the best at that. And automatically other people are referring you. And that's always the best. Like when you've gotten to the point, and I know it takes time to build those relationships, you guys, but that time is really worth it. Build your list. The money is in the list, guys. So if you can start building an email list right out of the gate, that's going to help. Yeah, Beth.
Also, I'm still kind of, well, I feel like I'm kind of in an in-between stage right now where I'm building my audience, but it's still teeny tiny right now. But anyway, that's me. But I have found it super helpful to connect and collaborate. Goes back to networking too, but collaborate with those who also have those either non-existent or small audiences, and do a kind of back and forth where you do something on, like, for them on their channel or podcast or whatever you're trying to build, and then they do something on your, like, it's a symbiotic kind of thing, and you all help each other, and then you all grow together, and
Mhm.
that can be really helpful as well. So
Yeah.
Now all I could think of is Joanne reading a story or Michael reading a story on the channel. I'm just just imagine somebody else's voice. She's like, yeah, helping each other. Oh, that sounds fun.
I love it. And that's what collaboration is about. A lot of people would take a look at Michael and myself, who both serve tutors. We have our own specialties. We have our own things that we're really strong at. Like, I'm really strong at SEO. I'm really strong at like creating content, right? Michael is really strong at being able to help people who want to be able to add additional tutors into the mix. And he's so good at networking. Like, I have to tell you, like, everybody has a strength and something that it's not like we're necessarily competing for, you know, being able to help and work with people. This is about really being able to collaborate together and offer something that's even better than something we would have been able to create on our own, right? And it's for the
Exactly.
greater good and being on out there. So don't be afraid, you guys, to collaborate with people and think that, oh, they're just going to steal my people and steal my clients, and why would I do that? And the more generous you are, the better it is, and the more money you're going to be able to bring in over time. So keep being the genuine, authentic self that you are, because that's what really is going to help you in this industry. We don't have to get ahead. A lot of us only have so many time slots we can fill in our schedule, right? I only have like 2 spots left in my schedule right now. That's it. And from there, I either begin building my team or I pass them on to other tutors. Those are my 2 choices. Right? And so I have that ability to make those decisions from there. And I think that's so cool. Thank you guys for joining. I'm really excited for tutors to learn about ways that they can grow their income by doing what it is that they love, whether it's how do I get more students, or how do I grow some passive income, or how can I rethink the way that I make money in my business to add another income stream so that throughout the year, 365 days of the year, I have the ability to make money if I want to. I think that's awesome. So you guys ready to skyrocket? You ready to skyrocket with us?
Definitely.
Come join us. Sign up. Click that link. And if you like videos like this, hit that subscribe, hit that like. We are here to serve you, and we want to help you make more money. So if you want to make more money, you want to keep staying tuned. Thanks for joining us, you guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.